Straight out the boot room to Wembley, our second home. We come to conquer, no, we never walk alone. We dominate, the cream of the crop, drawing all our strength from the roar of the cock. It's all for one and one for all. Pass a move, we're talking total football. Here we go again, Roy's red machine. Liverpool, the greatest team the world has ever seen. Pass a move, it's the Liverpool crew. Pass a move, it's the Liverpool crew. Pass a move, 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 it's the Liverpool crew.
Hello and welcome back to the Liverpool Groove. I don't even know where to start. You know, yesterday was absolute madness. As you can tell, I've got barely any voice. Jay and is the same. But you know what? It was worth it. What a what a game! What a game! Gonna start. I'm gonna get the negatives out the way because, to be honest, there's not really that many, and I don't want to dwell on them. Which is what we tend to do on here. We dwell on everything. So, gonna avoid that today. So, gonna just get them out the way for straight away. Trent performance. I thought he was very poor. Do you think he was lucky to stay on the pitch?
Depends how you look at it. First half he was poor. Second half he was better. So I'll point that out as well. The foul, the yellow card is only a yellow card because the ref's a prick. Because he's threw the ball, so that's a yellow card. But if you give the foul, he doesn't throw the ball. He throws the ball in retaliation to not getting the foul. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if the referee makes the correct decision, he doesn't get booked there. The second one was stupid by him and is a booking. But I said, I think this is where we've heard Mike Dean talk about like referees giving leeway and stuff in situations that suit. So in that situation there, he saved his own face by going and fucked up with the first one. So I won't give me a yellow card for this one. But technically, it should have been a red because he was already booked. But the referee saved face by not giving him that yellow card because he knows he's fucked up with the first one. I don't even know how he hasn't given that as a foul. He's elbowed him at the back, pushed him over. It's a blatant fucking foul. With no intent to play the ball. He had an absolute fucking shock at that cunt.
Yeah,
I hope his wife was getting pummeled by his neighbour. He's a fucking prick, him. Absolute prick.
Yeah, no, it was one of the worst refereeing performances I've ever seen in my life. The Van Dijk red card. What's your take on it?
You know what, lad? I'm a bit like Mick Richards on it. I've watched it over and over again, and he does make contact with the player ever so slightly. Is there enough contact to make him go down the way he did? I don't think so. It's contact he had to make to win the ball. So he's played the ball, he's gone for the ball. He hasn't tried to foul the man. He's played the ball and gone for the ball and won the ball. But he's obviously made contact first. Red card, very harsh. Because as Carragher said, you can't see whether it's a goal scoring opportunity. I don't think it is. At that moment, he's still outside the box where he brought him down. You know how good Allison is coming off his line. So I don't even know whether he gets to it. But it's one of them. I hope we appeal it because I think it was a fucking harsh decision.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like he's possibly made that decision based on not sending Trent off. He's had all sorts going on in his head. That comes, and he shouldn't have been near the pitch. He's fucked.
Yeah. No, I agreed with Carragher. I thought it was a foul. Yeah, fair enough. Because he has got the man. There's no denying that. But I don't think it was a red card. I don't think it was a goal scoring opportunity because like Van Dijk has been, it's lazy and it's stupid by Van Dijk, there's no doubt. But Isak hasn't even been goal side of him, you know what I mean? Van Dijk's still there, and that's why I don't think it was a goal scoring opportunity. So, yeah, I agree. I think foul, sound, even a yellow, I'd probably sort of half agree with. But red is absolutely no chance.
I sort of believe that if that was in the box, it goes to VAR to discuss whether it's a penalty or not. And that, for me, is enough to say it's not a red card. Because they would be debating, is it a foul or not? As I say, he has chucked the man, but with his intent to play the ball. So I think if that happens in the middle of the park, and like there was a point where something similar happened when we scored. We won the ball. We've come through the back of a player, chucked the ball, and you're looking and is that a foul? And we played on and got the fucking goal. So I think it depends where it happens on the park with that referee anyway. I also want to comment on, as you've just said, Van Dijk. You've quoted Carragher calling him lazy and possibly like stupid for making that tackle. I think that's a load of bollocks. think he's dragged over from left centre back to right centre back because Matip's too slow. Matip's lost his man. He's debating whether to fucking go or stay because Robbo's out of position. So he's stuck. He's had to do what he's done. He's had to go over. And you've seen Carragher analyse it and say he's in two minds whether to stay or go because of Robbo's positioning. So I think he's being just caught short there. I think everyone around him's fucked up and he's had to try and pick up the pieces. And unfortunately, he was like a millisecond out or it could be in the perfect tackle. So if he makes that tackle without making contact, it's unbelievable. He's done well to get there and cover the ground. Well, so I feel like Van Dijk is struggling with playing left centre back because Robbo's not always back anymore, and the right centre back is always covering for Trent, and it's never back. So it's difficult for him now as well.
Yeah, I think it's harsh with Van Dijk to call it lazy and and a bit stupid. But I think the point is that you are seeing that Van Dijk's levels have dropped because I think 2 years ago before his injury, he wouldn't have even tried to win that ball. If he'd have thought there was no chance he was going to get it, then I don't think 2 years ago he makes that even attempts that tackle. I think he just fucking goes alongside him, sees him on the outside, and then blocks an attempted shot. I don't think he actually goes in for that tackle a couple of years ago, and I think that's the difference.
I think with football at its moments, like you can see if he gets through, he's on goal, and so I think it is moments. So he's been dragged over. I think he honestly, you've seen the carry on out of him when he got sent off. Couldn't believe it. That wasn't a fella play acting and saying, trying to turn it. He believes he fucking won the ball because he did. Yeah. So it's one of them. It's a contact sport. He's made a bit of contact with the player, but not enough to make him fucking go soaring to the floor like that. So
you said there that you hope we appeal it, and I do myself, but I'm also of the mind that I think the referees and the PGMOL and that I think they're petty. I think they don't like the negativity around the referees, which is warranted. And so I think they'll be petty, and I think for his reaction, they either won't rescind it, because it's only one game, to be fair.
Why is it only one game?
Because it wasn't violent conduct. Yeah.
No, it's pointless appealing it then. You just take it on the
but I think they'll put more games on because of his reaction.
Yeah,
obviously with the referee, with the fourth official. The fourth official shouldn't have been trying to fucking usher him off anyway, trying to push him off. So I think the fourth official has instigated that for no reason. But yeah, I mean, his reaction to the ref, I think they're going to make an example of him. Maybe not very, I don't think it'd be bad. They might throw an extra game on, just a one or something, but I do think they're going to probably throw something on.
The ref's lucky he's alive, lad. He should have fucking punched his fucking head in. Horrible, slimy looking little bastard in. I fucking hate his guts.
Yeah, it was terrible. And then you've got obviously...
He was absolutely shite. He shouldn't referee in the league again. Fucking shocking. And with decisions like that, we keep going back to VAR. Like fucking, if the linesman's not going to put his flag up for an offside in case it fucks up the play and does affect the game, don't make them decisions. Use the monitor that you've got there before you fucking give the card. Use it. Go. Not fucking sure. Go and have a little look. Have someone in your ear saying you might look a bit of a dickhead here, you know. But they're not doing it. I think they're trying to overpower VAR because they feel worthless.
I don't even think it's that. I think he's made the decision. He knows that that's not going to get overturned, because if he hadn't give it, it wouldn't have got overturned. It's one of them that falls under that sort of fine line of, if I give it, no matter what happens, VAR, I'm going to intervene. VAR are going to agree. So no matter what he'd done, he would have been subject to some, someone saying he's a dickhead. But even just the totting up process throughout the game, Joe Linton made about 6 fouls, no yellow card. Bruno Bernardes, I think, done 4, didn't get a yellow card. The only one I think that got booked for them was Kieran Trippier, and I think he only fucking done 1. Like, the inconsistency is crazy.
See, I've had this as well. Joe Linton could have seen a red card. He made about 4 bookable offences. And if he'd have made one earlier and been booked, he was shouting at the referee himself as well.
Yeah.
So, like, if they're going to give, like, yellow cards with the scent for throwing the ball and that, then do it for players. So I need to fucking do one.
Yeah. It's just, it's crazy. Like, the standard was low and it's somehow dropped with refereeing. Look at it this season. we've had 3 weeks worth of the season. There's been 9 red cards in the first 3 weeks of the season. I think I seen yesterday there's been 130 yellow cards, as opposed to the same. I think in 3 weeks last season there was about 102 or something like that. So straight away, it's increased massively. And 9 red cards in 3 weeks is fucking madness. You don't get 9 fucking red cards over fucking 15, 20 weeks most seasons.
Oh, it's mad, lad. The leniency's completely fucking gone, but it's for stupid things like drag backs and that. The booking, yeah, it's still a contact sport. You've still got to be allowed to play footy and make tackles and fucking hinder people by doing little snide things. That's what the game's about. It really is. The likes of Trent doing that to Gordon. Fucking wish he'd have got him in the Adam's apple, the little prick. To be honest, fucking can't stand him either. Looks like Voldemort with a wig on. But yeah, like that is a booking, but that's what the game's about. But the likes of throwing the ball, he threw the ball 3 yards, booking for that's fucking ridiculous. I think it's petty. But then we've seen this, the standard refereeing's just gone to pot. I think it feels like there's no rule book. It's just the fucking little dictator, whoever's on the pitch on the day. It's, I am the big I am. Fucking, I'll do what I want. Even Mike Dean, looking at Mike Dean on the panel, he comes across a right prick. Yeah. He sat there he's like fucking sort of just dismissing them when they're speaking to him. Like fucking, they're asking you questions and yeah, I'll be there. Like fucking, you sat at a fucking desk doing nothing. Little prick, answer the question.
No, it is. And, you know, Mike Dean's comments don't help at all. You know,
he should be fucked off from anything to do with analysing or refereeing whatsoever. Should be fucked off. And anyone he's named up should be fucked off and took out the game. Names up people who are still refereeing, still officials. They're costing teams points.
On purpose.
They actually fucking physically to save face themselves because they're shite at the job. If you shite at the job, lads, it's fucking crazy.
Like I've said, the more asked we're stopping people fucking giving them criticism than getting better at the job. So it's just we're in a I mean I've probably overreacted a little bit, don't get me wrong, on Twitter, but I said the referees at the minute are killing football. And I think they are, lad. I think, as I say, the standard was shocking anyway. We've complained about referees since fucking day one of this podcast, and it's got worse. And I don't understand how it's got worse, lad. It was shocking to begin with.
Because I think they're actually competing with VAR at times. I think if the person in the VAR box isn't your mate and isn't someone you fucking respect, you sort of go, right, you're not getting one over on me, so I'll make the fucking decisions here, and you'll do nothing about it. So even if VAR tell him to fucking make a decision, he's going to still say no. It's a battle between them. I don't think the referees want it. I don't think the referees want to be overruled. But what's the point of them? So they're doing mad shit. They're making rash decisions in the heat of the moment to make it look like they've still got the balls and still got the power, but they haven't. Yeah. But VAR's not worth the fucking carrot either at the minute.
No. So I want to say fucking as well.
Goal over the line technology, goal line technology, and the offsides, fine, keep it at that. Fuck everything else off. Let the referees make the decisions. If you're going to make a decision like that on Van Dijk, or the 2 yellow cards Trent could have had, or the fucking fouls Joelinton's made, and no one's going to go in your ear at any point and go, you're wrong there. What is the fucking point? Fuck it off. Let us do this every week and blame referees, but we can't be blaming VAR for not stepping in or VAR for stepping in and being wrong. Just after one fucking point to call, the referee, and make the cunts come out at the end of the game and go, sorry, I fucked up there. So you're not playing, you're not fucking refereeing next week. You're demoted to the fucking Scottish League, you big stupid cunt.
No, and you know what? I just want to say as well, fair play to Marco Silva, because he called out the refs in his post-match press fucking interview, whatever, after their game this weekend against Arsenal, because I don't know if you've seen it. They had a man sent off. The first booking was for time wasting. And I think he said he had the ball for like 24 seconds or something like that. So he got a yellow card. And then Thomas Partey for Arsenal had the ball at a throw in longer than his man had the ball for at a goal kick and didn't get a yellow card. And he's saying because they were losing, they don't see it as time wasting. but he still delayed the play for longer than his man. So why isn't he got a yellow card? And he's called him out. He said it's a joke. He said we're getting robbed. We've had a man sent off for no reason, and it's one of them. It's very much like Trent. His second yellow. Well, it's not like Trent because he didn't get the second yellow, but Trent should have got the second yellow, but it should have been a first yellow. Same with the fella from Fulham. He got a second yellow. That should have only been a first yellow. If we're going by timing, and it's every team is getting affected by it, and people will say, "Oh, the big clubs are getting favoured," and sometimes it does look like that because the big clubs, they're going to get focused on more. They're going to get, they're under the microscope every single week, whereas your Bournemouths and your Sheffield Uniteds and that, they're not. So you're going to see more of the decisions that go our way and don't go our way, and same with all the big clubs. But every team is affected by this, and the referees, they're just making new rules up as they fucking go along every single year, it seems now. They're making changes, and no one can... I think that's half the battle as well. They're making that many changes every single season. No one can fucking follow it.
I know, but no one can contest it either. No one can say we're not happy with it. They just make the decisions, and that's the fucking rules all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But you've seen the arrogance of the referees and the officials. You can't even go up and speak to them. They think in their head they're royalty. You go up to them and you go and ask them a question, they just fuck you off, go away, and it's fucking shit, lad. It is. It's shit. They need to be doing so. If you've got a fella analysing, you've got Howard Webb, discussing the VAR situations. You've got Mike Dean discussing what's going on the pitch. If you've got them doing it, let them interview the referees as referees. Let them do something. Have someone involved where you can say, yeah, I'm like, for instance, someone will say to Klopp, well, these decisions are getting questioned, or that substitution's getting questioned, or those tactics, and he's got to stand there after fucking losing a game or winning a game, heat of the moment, and answer those fucking questions. Make the referees do it too. You just cost them a game by your decision. You could put them in relegation, or you could cost them a title on what you've just done, which is wrong. What's your thoughts? How can you defend yourself? And they should have to fucking answer it every week because they're just getting away with it. They're royalty. What do? They might miss a week. They might get demoted a week. They'll get paid for fucking refereeing in a shit league. A lot less pressure on them. All go on holiday. They'll be fucking made up and then they pop back up again. And the standard of refereeing in this country is fucking abysmal. It really is. All over. The referees, the officials, the fourth officials, the fucking linesmen. Shite.
Not only that, I mean, I think even just what they were doing in the Women's World Cup would help. They were going to the screen or whatever, or they were getting told something by VAR, and then it was getting relayed to the stadium, so you could actually understand the decision. Like, so-and-so has fouled this person, so the decision is penalty or this or whatever. Even just something like that, a little bit. It's just...
Look at the rugby, lad. The rugby, the referee is the...
You had the full discussion.
And he's respected. But if there's something that's going on that the crowd aren't aware of, it goes on the fucking speaker. You can hear him speaking to his assistant. You hear his assistant telling them, no, I think you've got this wrong. I think you need to be doing this, or this needs to happen. And he goes, right, okay, I'll have a little look. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, mate. Word, sound. And the fucking whole stadium hears it. At the boxing the other day, Alexander Usyk got folded in half with what I think is a fair shot. But at the end of it, that fucking bird who was doing the interview, fair play to her, because when Frank Warren said to her, show it, she did. She went, put that on the screen, and everyone's seen it. And only that it was a stadium full of Usyk's fans, that would have caused murder. You do that after an incident or a football match, when everyone in the fucking stadium can see the stupid decision you just made, they'd be fucking uproar. That's why they won't do it.
No, I agree. Well, anyway, so much for dwelling on the negatives.
Negativity
I mean,
over.
Right, we have to get that off the way because it needed to be said. As much as we fucking were absolutely buzzing after the game, we can't let the shit that the referees are doing. You just can't let it go. It's got to be brought up. It's got to be mentioned, and the more people that talk about it, hopefully, the more fucking change that gets made. Not saying we're gonna fucking start any change or nothing, but it's just something's got to be done. So anyway, yeah, we fucking won. Did not expect to get anything out of it in the end, to be honest with you. But I think as the game went on, we just, I don't know, just something. We were creating chances still, even before Nunez come on. Salah was getting in behind a little bit. And I just think, I want to say first and foremost, Joe Gomez, fucking hats off. Thought he was fucking absolutely brilliant.
He was. You know what? The team, they battled, lads, they grinded, and they done it in stages as well, where it wasn't overkill. I think it was absolutely phenomenal managing from Klopp. The substitutions at the right times, you know, there was questionable taking off Diaz. Diaz looked devastated, but then you've seen the scenes at the end where he's delighted and he's part of the team, and that's what you want to see. But yeah, the substitutions, the timing of them, the way he's made us like sort of just take the pressure a little bit and then turn the tap on ourselves and go at them. Maybe let them burn themselves out a little bit, and then all of a sudden off guard, just go for it. Got 10 minutes, rather lose 2-0 than 1-0. But have a go. And that's exactly what we've done, lad. I thought defensively we were sound. The goal they scored could happen to anyone. I think Trent had a bad first half an hour, to be fair, but I think that can happen to anyone. The ball slipped underneath him. It happened, sort of Gerrard-esque if you want. It could happen to anyone. It's a bit of a slip on the ball. Nothing to do with his ability, nothing to do with his attitude. It was just a mistake. It happens. Unfortunate, that little fucking Gollum-looking bastard with the wig on scored. But
I'm made up he scored now, by the way, Doc, because it fucking destroyed his whole first goal for Newcastle. It's fucking brilliant. I love it. It's like I said it yesterday. I had the same feeling with it as Richarlison getting equaliser for Tottenham. First Premier League goal for Tottenham at Anfield. Rescues the game. Nah, Diego Jota.
Yeah.
It's fucking boss. It makes it even better.
We were watching it with a load of Blues, lad, and this is how mad they are. They were singing Anthony Gordon. He's just scored against Liverpool. He's pointing at his Newcastle badge and kissing his Newcastle badge. He's fucking left them because only 6 months ago they've ran him down the fucking road we're on, chasing his car and fucking wanting him dead. Then they're singing his name. So when we scored our winner, so did we. We sang his name. Oh, Anthony Gordon. The fucking Blues got off as quick as they could. Brilliant. Well, yeah, just that mistake is a mistake. It happens in football. Unlucky, puts it through Alisson's legs, and it is what it is. From then on, obviously the red card, disgusting decision, and I just couldn't see us. Like I said before the game in the last pod, if we don't start quick out the blocks, they could put 3 or 4 past us, and then going down to 10 men, that's in your head. They are dangerous on the counter attack. But we didn't really let them counter attack. We let them build up play. We let them approach our goal. We didn't let them counter attack often enough. So I think that was their game plan was sort of a bit fucked then, because we sat in a little bit more, let them have the ball, and we played clever. We pressed them. We thought something was going to come of it. We didn't just press for the sake of it. We kept our energy until the last 10, 15 minutes, and then we went at them. But yeah, first half an hour, Diaz has that chance where he breaks through. Salah cuts in from the right. I think, fucking, again, referee like that, if that's the other end, I think you could possibly get a penalty for what's happening in the box there. Salah's run past him. He's getting dragged. He's going back, but he stays on his feet. Should have went down. I think that's a penalty, honestly. And then we lose the ball there. They didn't really look any real threat at all going forward. They didn't wasn't like they got in behind and tore us to shreds. They were always in front of us, so we could see what they were going to do. There was a few remarkable moments of brilliance from their players. Fucking hell, the Alisson save. He's a monster. He's a monster.
He's the best goalkeeper on the planet by a million miles. He's fucking
million miles.
You know, people are saying he's the best goalkeeper the Premier League's ever seen, and I think week by week it's hard to fucking disprove it, like, innit?
I wouldn't anyway. I think he is. The next conversation's got to be had, is he the best Liverpool keeper ever? Because obviously we haven't been graced with seeing Sammy Lawrence and Ray Clements and Grobler in the flesh. But fucking hell, I don't think there's anyone being utilised as much as him. And ability on the ball, ability off the ball. He puts himself in situations like Clements used to, where he's willing to get hurt to catch the ball and save the ball. So I think that conversation's yet to be had, and I think it needs to be had soon. I think he's right up there.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And like you say, we haven't got those past players to to go off as a proper comparison ourselves, but I mean, look at what he's doing, lad. He's the most consistent keeper, I think. And he's just phenomenal. That save from Almiron, lad. How's he done that? Like, it was not point blank range, but like on the volley, it's inside the box. He had no right to save that.
That's second bit. The second bit where he nearly kills himself to slap it away from the area. If that was Pickford, he'd fucking pick it up and throw it in the roof of his own net, the big toes he comes. But no, it's his determination to not let that ball cross the line. That save's unbelievable. And then he's just everywhere. Yeah, he's like one of the main men. He's phenomenal, lad.
Yeah. I mean, Eddie Howe even said that save is the best save he's ever seen. So, I mean, Eddie Howe's been managing a good long time now. He's seen a lot of fucking saves. You know, fucking even Klopp said, you know, he's done over 1,000 games in management and he's never seen anything like that game. It's crazy. And it's just, but look at us last week, lad. You know, the 3-1 against Bournemouth, we went and scored another one when we were down to 10 men then. So clearly,
seen a stat there. Played 270 minutes or something, and is it 270 minutes, and 94 of them have been with 10 men, and we're the only team to have, I think, we're the closest team to City. So,
but yeah,
the only teams have not have lost a game. The only teams we've not lost a game, I think.
No, because there's 4 of us on 7 points and then City on 9.
I'm talking shit then. What's the stat?
Like West Ham, Arsenal, us and Tottenham are on 7, and then United, City have got 9. So again,
Arsenal did they?
Arsenal drew, yeah.
Oh, bastards.
So now look, I've got to say, it's a better start to the season than I expected us to get. I honestly didn't see us. I thought a draw we would get at Chelsea, and we did. I would have been made up with a draw yesterday, even before the game. If you would have gave me a draw, I probably would have took it. So I think we've done slightly better than what I expected us to at the start of the season. And look, it's you go back to that fucking game, the podcast after the Chelsea game, and me and you were fucking doom and gloom.
Yeah.
Like, and I've done a complete 360 again, I think, but it's warranted this time. I think you look at the performance yesterday and how we've defended. I think defensively, again, people say there's a problem with the defence, and then we go and defend that well with 10 men. As I say, Joe Gomez was absolutely brilliant. I think when Van Dijk actually got sent off, I think Matip even improved. And I think when everyone just actually sat back and defended, obviously Trent was still going forward a bit, and Robbo not quite as much, but when they actually just sit there and defend, they were fucking brilliant. So I think that's going to give Klopp a bit of a thought for going forward. Do we start sitting there and defend?
No, I hope it does, because I say when we've won the trophies, when we've won the league, we didn't have Trent going into the number 6 role and hindering the whole defence. We never had it. There was never questions of Trent's defending skills when we were winning trophies. There never was. There was never an issue. It's not his defending skills, that's the problem. It's him not being there and playing with a flat back 3 when you've got 4 or 5 players running at your box. It's hard. Yeah, I think if we get a bit, not a defensive system, but a fucking defensive tactic. When we haven't got the ball, fucking 4 or 5 at the back and 3 midfielders, and leave one on the halfway line. That's what we should be doing. Leave someone rapid on the halfway line and make sure we've always got that threat. And that's sort of where our goals come from. We defended, we won the ball back, and we played one pass through the middle. There was none of this fucking get it to the corner, get inside, go towards the 6-yard box, pass it. Like, it's frustrating at times trying to walk the ball in the net. Sometimes it's just a fucking pass through the middle, like everyone's doing to us. And you've seen what we can do when we defend. Don't think they had a chance in behind once.
No,
they had one where they were 1-1 with Allison, and it was fucking, we were all panicking, it's happened again. We stayed, kept our shape, and we defended, and we looked a well better team for it.
Yeah.
I was laughing when Eddie Howe made his interview sound like they went down to 10 men, by the way. When it went down to 10 men, we had to change everything, and I was like, just put an extra attacker on and go for it, you prick. That's what you do. But we literally just sat in and we played like the team we can be, and it was a fucking joy to watch near the end. Like, so we were just absorbing the pressure. The only other real chance they had was Almiron again, running through the middle. Absolute fucking phenomenal. That goes in, mate. That's goal of the season. Runs from his own half, right through, edge of the box. Brilliant, fucking superb player. But hit the post, unlucky lad. Yeah, fucking sound.
Let's talk about fucking that man then, for Darwin Nunez.
Which man? This man?
Like, so I said this yesterday, last season, he would have missed both of them. And I think that's a testament to how hard he has actually worked. We seen it in pre-season. He looked sharp in pre-season, and we said it all pre-season. He looked very good, and we were both, I think, hoping he started the season. And it just hasn't happened for him just yet. But like I say, I think last season he gets both of them chances, he misses both of them. The composure, the accuracy, it was the Darwin Nunez that played against us for Benfica. He was phenomenal, lad, and I hope he starts next week.
To say, I just think Klopp's being clever with him, because he knows he is a little bit rash and a little bit raw, still learning the language, still making mates, and that it's difficult. And rather than just leaving all the talk of his price tag and the fucking comparisons with Haaland, he's just chuck him out the limelight, as he does. He's gone missing for a few weeks and introduce him gradually. And I think the shackles have come off him, lad. He's been an angry man. He's been pissed off that he's not playing. He's come on and he's sorted on Ronaldo at Barca. He's just flipped. He's just shown everyone and the world what he's capable of. It's not a fluke. His time, his run for that second one is fucking phenomenal. It's phenomenal. He's about 2 yards onside and still manages to get round the defender and then finish it the way he does. A phenomenal pass by Salah. And it's just fucking great, lad. But say he's one of them players that he's like a bit of a Dirk Kuyt, where you know he's whatever level he's at in his head, whatever's going on, he's gonna fucking give absolutely everything for that shirt, for them fans. The fans love him straight away, and that doesn't happen all that often.
No.
As soon as the fans are on your side, they won't turn. No. So he's got that in his basket already. The fans fucking idolise him already, because they can see he's a street footballer, like a Luis Suarez. He's raw, he's unique, he's fucking chaos, and chaos is a friend of mine.
No, you know what? I think Alan Shearer summed it up well on Match of the Day for him, is no matter how many chances he misses, no matter how many times he makes a mistake, no matter how many times it goes wrong for him, he never looks like it affects him. He just picks himself up, gets on with it again, and then makes that same mistake 3 minutes later.
Yeah,
that's what I want. That's what I want.
What it is. If you start letting your form get into your head, and I think this is where he differs from Jota. Jota can have 3 weeks where he's fucking out of this world, and then play 3 games and you not see him, and doesn't make an impact. To be fair, the substitutions were fantastic. Jota, Elliott, Nunez, even Quance at the back. There was that one attack where they did get through it. Barnes, Quance stepped out for no reason at all and let them in. And Joe Gomez was there to rescue it. But I think that all the lads fucking gave everything they could. Elliott and Jota were brilliant when they came on. And I think it's hard. Like, when you look at our team on paper and you look at the squad, because you're seeing likes of Harvey Elliott and Doak and Quantra on the bench, it looks like a really weak bench, but it's not. You've just got to give these lads a chance. Like, I'm not saying don't buy anyone by any means. I think we could still do it, going and getting a centre half and a centre mid. But we've got to look past names now. Look past names and look at ability. And the likes of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones when he's back, Thiago on your bench. I think it's a pretty strong bench, and it's strong because it fits our system. Harvey Elliott ran himself into the ground for the last few games when he's come on. He's grafted, he's made other teams make mistakes. He's found that long ball over the top to Nunez initially from the first attack, and that's when that pass over the top was the indication, let's go, right? We've got these on the ropes here, because we got in that one time and that was it. Keep going. So we've got enough on the bench, enough firepower and enough players that are learning our system. What us as fans have got to realise is that it is a new group of players learning that system again, and it's going to take time. It's not going to be the finished article for another 6 to 8 months. We've got to just ride the fucking storm, take the ups, take the downs, and see where we land.
Yeah. Look, I think there's definitely more positives to take from the game than negatives. Obviously, missing Van Dijk, let's hope it is only the one game. Like you said, no point appealing it if it's only the one game, just let it happen. I think a lot of people would have been worried that it was going to be Gomez replacing him for the game that he's going to be suspended for. I don't think anyone will be worried now. So, look, I think we've got, and Klopp was getting slated, I think, and I think a few people owe him an apology. He was saying, I think we're set defensively. And don't get me wrong, I do think we need another centre half myself. But if we can keep everyone fit, if you can rotate well, keep Matip fit, keep Konate fit, keep and Gomez fit, they're all fucking still really good defenders, and they've showed that yesterday. And I think you said it a few weeks now on the podcast. Konate looks like the one who's sort of being a bit rash, a bit out of place, a bit like what Gomez is normally like, using his pace to make up for things. And I think we actually seen that we were much more relaxed without Konate in there. So I think you're actually right. I think I needed to see us without Konate there again to understand that we are a bit more mad with him in there, because we can make up for a lot more with his pace.
Yeah, that's it. He plays knowing that if he makes a mistake, he can rectify it, and that's what Gomez used to do. He used to play a little bit more risk, but so he's like a raging bull at times. Konate, he does worry me at times. He just does something out of the ordinary. It's like I've compared him to Sacco. He's exactly like Sacco. He could be having an absolutely fucking blinding game, 60 minutes in, just do something ridiculous, just fucking crazy, stupid, for no apparent reason. Makes no sense to anyone watching the game. But all of a sudden, he's on the halfway line doing a cliff turn towards his own goal and loses the ball. And then he's got to fucking chase back to win it. So he's got a lot of learning to do. But I've always said it, Matip, Van Dijk, Gomez, Van Dijk, it's a calm. It's just calm at the back. They're going to make mistakes, but it's a lot calmer and a lot more what we need on the ball, rather than just doing mad shit. But I think the thing with Gomez as well is he's getting 10, 15 minutes here and there. The fact that he got a lot longer, and he's come on sort of fucking straight away when Van Dijk's gone off, has given him the chance to grow into a game and get warm and play how he wants to play without any pressure, really. So, yeah. I said a few weeks ago as well about, obviously, it is about keeping players fit, but I said if Quansah's fucking in the squad for the pre-season, he's wanted. Klopp wants him in the team. So if he's there, then you have got to start looking at getting rid of the likes of Nat Phillips and that, because they're just pointless sitting around, not in the squad, not in the fucking fold at all. But if Quansah's his choice to have in the squad, there's no point paying fucking 50 mil for someone who's going to start behind Konate and Gomez or Matip. Use Quansah when you need to. But see how we go. It's all based on ifs and buts, lad, and it's horrible, because if we get a fucking injury or two to the centre halves, we're like, here we go again. Klopp's fault. Not buying anyone. The owner's fucking not spending. But you can't buy fucking 6 players just in case. It's like buying a second house just in case your other house floods. You can't just have all those amenities at your side, you know what I mean? You can't just have them there, just sat around, paying out for them when they're not really going to benefit you for a long time. So it's the same with the centre mid at the moment. We're desperate, still desperate for another 6. Because if Endo doesn't work out or does get injured, we haven't got another number 6 there to come in who can play that role exactly like him and be so focused on defending. So we need to go and get something over the line for that. So we've got 2 options. We've got 2 or 3 options in the other parts of midfield. We don't need anyone else there. Yeah. Whilst talking about midfield, number 8. I love him.
He's boss, isn't he?
Quality.
He's just, he's fucking half the rebuild on his own. He's that good. He's just phenomenal, lad. And it's weird with him, even when he makes a mistake. I'm not asked. He's one of them type of players who he makes a mistake and you go, you know what? you're trying something no one else will try there. We can forgive that. He's something special, lad. I think, I don't know who it was, someone put on Twitter after last week and just put, can we send more money to Leipzig? I feel bad. Honestly, he's phenomenal. While we're on midfield, as you mentioned Endo there, what did you make of him yesterday?
Yeah, again, I think it was fucking difficult for him. Like, making mistakes, we were a bit sloppy at the back at times. And I don't feel like he fits that role. He just wanders off into the fucking midst of the park. You see it, like you're looking for the last man, and he's not there. It was McAllister or Szoboszlai, and you're thinking he's just allowed to just go where the fuck he wants. This fella, 16 mil, just fucking fill that gap and just do what you want, lads. But never done nothing wrong. Just never done anything. Just sort of
just was there
to make the numbers up. Like just who's he? Put him in. He's all right. But it's not knocking the lad because we don't see enough of him on or off the ball. He didn't really do anything. But
I think he's just still trying to.
On the pitch, Newcastle scored 1 goal and it was through a fluke. So, you know, the gaps were plugged. There was no balls through the middle. So you can't put that down directly to Enzo. But it's the fucking first game. It hasn't happened. There hasn't been a ball in behind where we've all shit ourselves, barring the goal, and that's only because of the slip. So he must have been doing something. He must have been fucking filling the right gap or fucking something. But he was there, lad, and he's played, and we've won the game. So
he plays for Liverpool, and that's about all you can say for him.
Yeah, that's all I can say about him, lad. All I've been doing more about being singing fucking Watamaru comes from Japan, the Minamino song. Aye.
Yeah. Dave, if you listen to this, you've got to redo that for Endo.
I've messaged him.
Yeah. Now I think the only thing I noticed with him is I think he's still trying to get to grips with the speed and the intensity of the Premier League. Obviously, the German league, everyone knows it is slower than the Premier League. I don't think he's used to getting pressed as sort of maniacally, because Newcastle press fucking crazy. You got to give them that.
That's fucking imagine turning up at Liverpool thinking I'm playing for Liverpool. It can't be that hard. You play against fucking 10 men for most of the game, and then you play against fucking Newcastle with 10 men for most of the game. Fucking Joe Linton coming at you. It's like a fucking man mountain steadhead. Long-headed piece. Him running at you and just thinking, fucking should have stayed in Germany. But
what have I done here?
I bet he can't wait to see 10 men, 11 men on the pitch. But lad, say that the gaps were filled, the gaps were plugged, and he's obviously been in the midfield doing it. But it just made me laugh. They put the ball through the middle once, lad, and he was running the opposite way.
Fucking hell. Great, maybe he's the chaos in midfield. We needed like fucking Nunez is up front. No, look, you've got to give him time to settle. Not everyone is going to settle.
Your inner Sean Dice came out there.
I know, yeah.
Like the Exorcist.
That's what Liverpool does to you. No, look, you've got to give him time to settle. Not everyone can settle quickly like Szoboszlai has. He's made for this team. 100%. Szoboszlai, he's absolutely, he's going to take us far, lad. He's unbelievable. McAllister as well. I think he's going a bit under the radar a bit because of how good Szoboszlai's been, but I think McAllister's been fantastic since he's come in as well.
McAllister's that type of player, though. Said that player like Yoshi Benayoun who can make something happen out of nothing. Tricky, simple pass when it needs to be, and fantastic passes when it's on, and it does go. It goes under the radar because of Szoboszlai, because he's just Gerard. Must be a number 8 thing. He's a fucking handsome bastard.
Unless you know Navigator.
But even that, Navigator had ability but was injury prone, and it's one of them. Like, don't wish him any harm, but he wasn't Szoboszlai, he wasn't Gerard, he was Navigator, and he weren't where the fucking character was because he was never on the pitch. Szoboszlai might get injuries going forward, touch wood he doesn't, but he's phenomenal. He's got that. I think if he broke his leg, he'd want to train the next day. I think he'd be straight to somewhere, fix that fucking leg, and want to play again. do something. He's got that in him, like Gerrard would have had. He's got something about him that that number 8 is like a fucking tattoo on his back. It's like, have you seen the film Red Dragon?
No.
Like the fucking tattoo devil on his back, and he becomes fucking like that. That's what he's like. He's just merging into everything a number 8 for Liverpool should be. I don't want to compare him to Gerrard too much, but he's like fucking Gerrard. Like, he's like Gerrard. He's just got that. Like, my favourite part was last week when he's won the ball in midfield and he's knocked it that far into space and run onto it himself. Like, took it past the man with his first touch and ran onto it, and I was just stood on the cop going, "Oh, it's Gerrard. It's just Gerrard." But it's fucking big boots to fill. But he's got his fucking bucket of water there, lad, and he's filling them up. He's filling them, and fair play to him. He's just a joy to watch. Great to watch on the ball and off the ball because there's determination. That party yesterday where he's run himself into the corner of the box and he's fucking doing spinnies and flips and all sorts and comes out with the ball and lays it on. That's just what you want to see from a Liverpool player. And that's where, you know, at the beginning, not a lot of people knew who he was. Between him and McAllister, I'd seen a lot more of Szoboszlai than he had McAllister. So I watch little bits of the German league here and there. I don't really watch Brighton unless it's on match. I see 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be sat on a Sunday and just put the footy on, and it'll be then. So I've seen quite a bit of him in the German league. But seeing him at Salzburg against us, and he's just, you know, there's a player in there. It's fucking great to see him at us. It's just great to have him. And
yeah,
I think when you link to players like McAllister, Szoboszlai, Enzo, there's always players in people's minds above them. Like, I think if you'd have fucked Szoboszlai and McAllister off and told the Twitter generation we were getting Kone, Thuram and Caicedo, or Kone, Thuram and Traore, they would have done, because that was what was fresh in everyone's minds. They were the names that were linked, what the media were telling us we were interested in, so they'd have took it, and they'd have quite happily fucked them off. But Szoboszlai's come in for what? 60 mil?
Yeah.
McAllister 35, 40 mil. Bizarre business. Bizarre. It's just frustrating now that we're not going to spend the rest of the money by the looks of it, but just see how we go, lad.
Yeah. Something might change in the next few days. Obviously, the window shuts on Friday. So something could change. We don't know, but it does look unlikely. But I think, I'm turning Sean Dyche again. I think no matter what we do, it's going to be seen as a panic buy, isn't it? But I don't think we need to panic. I don't think we need to panic at the minute. But I mean, something's got to happen. Like today.
It's annoying. we were discussing in the pub yesterday. Like, well, to be fair, it was knee jerk again. We're getting beat 1-0 at Newcastle. We've got 10 men, and we're looking like a team fighting for top 6 all of a sudden. Not because of the performance, because of the results. You lose there, and you sort of defining your own season straight away. You've dropped fucking points on your 2 away trips straight away. But I said before the game yesterday, take a point at any of the top 6 away and win your own game, and you're on course for a decent season. But I forgot what I was saying. I've gone.
Jay's tapped out, I think.
I've gone, lad. My eyes are closed and I'm fucked. I've hardly slept.
Well, I think that's a good place to fucking wrap it up then. It was a fantastic win. Gives them a lot of fucking positivity going into the Villa game, which is going to be a tough game. Villa, besides the fucking thrashing at Newcastle, winning there is not for everyone, obviously. But besides that, yeah, they're looking very good. But they've got a fucking European qualifying on Thursday. They've already won the tie pretty much, but it's still another game that they've got to play. So, you know, I think we win it. I'm quite confident in that. I'm not going to give a score prediction because, again, we get shouted at for that. But I think we beat them.
Yeah, at home, the crowd will be buzzing. I've got taking me half fella to that middle of the cop. Can't wait. But yet the feel about the place. That's what I think I was on before. I think like we drew to Chelsea, and then if we get beat by Newcastle, we drop points. it is like your season's made up and you're a little bit deflated. But then that pick me up yesterday has just changed the course of the season, sort of thing. Like, I don't think we've had a buzz like that for ages, where you really haven't expected Liverpool to win that game when you go down to 10 men, and then all of a sudden Nunez has other plans, and the pick me up's massive. Even if the Liverpool fans are singing Jurgen Klopp after the match on the concourse, which they've listened, and you know the way he reacted after the game, and he's gone to the crowd. I think Anfield will be absolutely fucking rocking next week.
Yeah.
I think you've got to just put your money on Liverpool, but say the showing signs, they're getting better every week, every game. We're looking more like Liverpool. We're pressing at the right time. We look energetic. We're winning the ball back. We're fighting. And Trent, when he won the ball back in their half yesterday, fucking that raw to the cop. We've got that back. We've got the fucking belief we're winning points that realistically we shouldn't be winning. And as I say, get a point away from home to the top six, win your own games. You're on course for a decent season, but we were all miserable and because of signings and the squad depth and all that. Are we title contenders? Are we top four contenders? Are we top six contenders? At the minute, we're second in the league. So that's where we're at the minute. Just after, just see how we go. Just hopefully, City were lucky. City were lucky.
Yeah,
City were. They would have been unlucky not to win because they absolutely fucking teared into shreds. But with the late goal and that, they were lucky. But so were we. If you're going to talk about that, we've just got to keep pushing on and winning points. But I think we will. Got to hopefully do a little bit of business at the end. I say it doesn't have to be a super signing. Got Pachetic, got Thiago, got Curtis Jones coming in. We've got midfield plugged. We just need someone who will quite happily sit in and let Enzo do what the fuck he wants on the pitch. I love him.
Yeah, I do. Like, he's just there, and he's just fucking vibes. He's just there. He exists. So fucking give him a lifetime contract. No, look, it's fucking. If we've got an exciting season ahead already, and I think this first 3 games, I didn't think I'd come out of it with this fucking euphoria. And obviously, I think if we'd have won the game just comfortably yesterday, we wouldn't have been this buzzing. Like, we would have been made up with the win, obviously, but it's different with the way we won it and how we had to fucking play 70 minutes with 10 men, more or less. It's just a different fucking, it's just a different feel now. And
that's the delight of football, lad. That's the delight.
Mad, isn't it?
Like, at 10 men against a team like Newcastle, I'm not blowing smoke up their ass, but I said earlier on, I think maybe before the season or just first week, they're gonna challenge at the top of the league. They are ruthless going forward, and they've done it the right way. So fair play to them. They haven't gone and spent billions on superstars. They've made a decent team. They're a bit like us. They've got their good local fan base, good support. They've got bits of worldwide support now. They haven't spent millions. They've built a team. They're all connected to each other. They look like a group of mates on and off the pitch, and they're fucking grafting for points. But it's fair play that they are gonna compete. They're gonna do all right in the Champions League because they've got a good squad. But when you go down 10 men to a team like that, you as a realist, you've got to expect the worst. It's the same as you would City. I think it's only really them two that I'd really be concerned they're going down to because they've got that much fucking firepower going forward. The dangerous getting in behind, and we literally nullified that. We let them play how they wanted to play, and then we sort of took over. We moved our chess piece, and we just took control of the game. And then this man does it again.
He does. We'll look forward to Villa next week. You and your dad will enjoy that, no doubt. And we'll be back. Why would you do that? We're going to get shouted at now. No, look. I don't care at the score. I really don't. As long as we win, 3 points is all that matters. But look, we'll be back next week as always. But for now, up to Reds.
Nunez.